Hey Josh, Becky here with Gray Owl Marketing. I know you're busy, so I will keep this brief, but I did just want to show you 3 tips you can use today to help bring in more customers to your business. Because oftentimes in the world of the internet, most local business owners are just too busy running their business in order to keep up with the internet and how it really works for their company. So we'll get started here on your website. The first thing I do see is love that you have the contact information readily available to reach out to you. And this beautiful picture here, I always see you guys on Highway 81, trying to get traffic. So I always try to stop and let your guys' in every time I'm over there. But the first thing that I will notice here is your site's not secure, and you do get dinged by Google when your site's not secure. That's an easy certification that you can get to make sure it's secure. I do love that you have your nominations for McDonald's 6 years in a row. Congratulations for that. But the important thing to know here, if you really want to be optimized with Google, is you need to have at least 1,500 words of content on your home page. And it looks like you guys only have a couple hundred here. And content is really king with Google. This is a key factor in Google's formula when they decide which sites to rank higher than others. And Google likes to see not only high quantity information, but high quality information. Because you want your business to show up on page one when your customers are searching for you, right? You want them to go ahead and find you. So what I did is I put your company here in a tool that I use called Ahrefs. There's some free tools out there that you can use as well. But I put your company here, and this is essentially a dashboard of what your online presence looks like. And I will show you here that you do have this website, but you're not getting any traffic to it, and you're not ranking for any keywords. So my first recommendation would be to think about 2 or 3 buyer intent keywords and use them in your website and throughout your pages so that you can start ranking for those things. Another thing is you could probably start having some service pages, and you can think about the different things that you can content that you can rank for those service pages as well. So just to show you an example, I know you have many different services. I did pick one of them, and I put Mulch Atlanta, which is a buyer intent keyword, and this is getting searched 200 times a month. So that is over 2,000 customers a year that you're missing out on by not ranking for this buyer intent keyword. And just to give you an example of how people search, people will put in something in the search term. The first thing that comes up is some ads. Some people do click on the first thing they see, which ads are great for. Obviously, you have to pay for them, and they put you right at the top. This would be a great way to fill in some gaps into your strategy, but you do got to be careful because if you don't do it right, it can be kind of a money pit. So a lot of people will scroll right past those ads and go into the second area here, which is called the map pack. As you can see here, this is an ad, but the map pack normally contains these top 3 companies that Google feels really confident in putting in front of its searchers. And then the third section here is down here, what we call the organic search. A lot of people will scroll back down and grab this organic search as well. So it would be advantageous to think about trying to rank for this organic search as well as this map pack area. But about 40% of all traffic goes to these top 3 players here, right? And so you're probably thinking, well, how do I get in these top 3 spots? Well, there's a few things that you can do, and I will show you one of them. So one of the key factors about getting in this map pack is your Google Business Profile, which I've pulled up here, and that's this right here. Your Google Business Profile, you really need to continue to grow and build this profile. There is a number of different ways that you can do this, and I'll talk about a few of them. First and foremost is always Google reviews. So I can see you have quite a bit of reviews here, and you have a 4.5-star rating, which is fabulous. So you can tell that you guys are doing a lot of great work over there. So kudos to your team. You want to continue to get as many reviews as you can, ideally 5-star reviews. The second thing I'll talk about with your Google Business Profile is what we call the NAP, which is your name, your address, and your phone number. You want this to be showing up multiple places throughout the web. So your profile, your website, if you have a Facebook page, and then other areas like Yelp or Yellow Pages or Whitebook or City Star. There's tons of online directories where you want to go ahead and get your name, address, and phone number listed. And the important thing about this is it needs to be consistent. Google is a machine, so it wants to see that it matches exactly with your Google Business Profile. And they do this because Google wants to know that when people are searching different platforms, that they're going to get the same information. It gives Google confidence. And the second or the last thing I'll talk about with your profile is pictures. And this applies to pictures on your website as well as in your profile. You want to think about saving your pictures as buyer intent keywords. So save your picture as Mulch Atlanta so that when Google crawls your profile, crawls your website, it sees those things. And you also want to make sure your pictures have geotags. So anywhere you're doing service and you're taking pictures of your beautiful work, you want to make sure you're tagging it in the locations that you're doing that work. That way Google sees not only what type of work you're doing by the keywords you're using, but also where you're doing that. And so when people are searching for similar things, your business is going to show up in front of them, right? So that's the second tip I have for you. The third tip I'll talk about in thinking about how you want to get here in this location is your company's online reputation. So Google really wants to see your site has a strong authority, and how you get strong authority on Google is by referring domains and backlinks. And you can see here this UR and DR number is a numerical value of what your site's authority is. So right now your site authority is 0, and that's because you only have 9 referring domains pushing 26 backlinks to your site. But you do have to keep in mind that not all referring domains are created equally. You need referring domains that are relevant to your business. And you can see down here which ones are relevant by looking at this do follow number. Only 2 of your referring domains Google feels relevant, and that's why it's pushing this rating score of 0 over here for you. And so again, just to give you an example, if I go back here to this buyer intent keyword that is getting searched over 700 times a year, you can see your number 1 competitor in this space is right here. I did pull up their website so we could take a look. Not a bad website, but the same thing. They're not optimizing for Google. They don't have nearly as much content on here as Google likes to see. So if you were to look at a strategy, you could blow them out of the water on that respect. But I did also put their website into this system so you could see an example. So they have an online site authority of 28. We do like to see that number above 20, ideally in the 30s or 40s. And we do like to see a 1-for-1 ratio between the UR and the DR number here. And you can see how they're getting this because they have 148 referring domains pushing almost 1,000 backlinks compared to your 9 pushing 26. So, and then again, not all are created equal. So they have 148, but only 99 of them are giving their site this 28 score here. But have no fear. I know you're probably looking at yours thinking, oh gosh, I got a long ways to go. But we can just go ahead and look at these do follow links. And the neat thing is you can just check them out and go ahead and just copy the ones that they have, build on top of that. So again, you could blow them out of the water from a ranking perspective and take back that visual and be in front of those 700 customers a year for mulch. So again, just to give you a summary of what I talked about, I gave you 3 main tips. One is about content. You want both quality and quantity. You also want to think about your Google business profile and having a nice footprint across the web that is consistent. And then lastly, you want to have a good online reputation by building up your backlinks. If you implement these strategies today, you can be number 1 across Google. And you can use the tools that I'm telling you today and do it yourself. I'm totally cool with that, absolutely fine. However, if you want to be more effective and save yourself some time so you can focus on your business, you can give me a call and we can set up a time to chat. Again, my name is Becky Leana with Gray Owl Marketing. My contact information is in the email. I hope you found this information valuable, and I do look forward to hearing from you. Have a great rest of your day.